take on the world. We're gonna 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 take on the world.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nilesh Mathure. I'm one of the co-founders of Saastribe. And today we have the founder of Swifi, Alka Khanjali. Swifi is a no-code data cleaning tool, and they're based in Berlin. So today we're excited to welcome Alka to our live stream and talk a little bit and get a good understanding of Swifi and how you can use it for your data cleaning needs. So with that, uh, I'm going to welcome Alka here. Alka, how are you doing today?
Hello, thank you. Thank you for the nice introduction. I'm actually good. Thank you for asking. And
Okay,
how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We chatted very briefly before the live stream, and you said you're based in Berlin. So is all your team based in Berlin as well, Alka? Or
Actually, my other team, other co-founders based in Turkey because we have a company in Turkey too, so they need to stay there and they lead the company in Turkey. But all of our employees also from Turkey, and just one of them is based in Köln in Germany.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we have a few folks joining in. We'll give some time. Sorry, guys, I haven't done many live streams in the last month or so. This year, the flu is pretty brutal, and I've been coughing quite a lot. Hope I can, get through this stream without any episodes. But thanks for joining, guys. Adrian is here. Hi, Adrian. One second. Let me just, get the colors. There we go. There we go. Hi, Adrian. Dinesh is here as well. We have a few other folks joining in. Guys, I can't see your names, so you have to give Restream some permissions. But do check out Swiffy on AppSumo and stay tuned. So if you are looking for a tool which will easily allow you to clean your data without any knowledge of database, then do check out Stiffy, understand what the tool is all about, and do participate with any type of questions, queries you have, because we're going to do a draw at the end, and we're going to pick some winners, right? So with that, so okay, going back to you. Regarding Swift, so how long have you had Swiffy? How long have you been around, and why did you decide to develop it this tool? Yeah.
Actually, in our previous company, I was a data scientist. I was a data intelligence team member, and
Yes.
we were spending 3 or 4 days minimum in just 1 week to just clean and prepare data for analytic purposes. And then we decided to automate this whole process, and we just looked at the current solutions. but
Yes.
the current solutions didn't satisfy us. So that's why we started Swift as a project, and we are working on this project for like 2 years. We started at 2020, and the main part is that we read a lot of papers, we read a lot of articles, and we come up these niche models on this Swift. So there is a 2 years work in the background of Swift.
Excellent. Hi, Venki. Venki is here as well. Venki does a lot of live streams as well. So I don't know if you've talked to Venkatesh, but he does excellent live streams as well. So um, going back to a little bit around, so you have a data scientist background, which is great. I mean, you've worked in the industry, you know what are some of the challenges, and based on that, you've developed this tool for a layman, right? Like, can you explain a little bit what is sort of like involved in cleaning the data and why you should clean it in the first place?
Mhm. So your clean data is important for companies because with clean data, your analytical results will be more accurate. Your machine learning developments will be more accurate because you will have qualified data. You need to improve your quality of your data. For example, think about that you're a marketing person and you would like to send you would like to send your all customers an email, but there is a guy registered your platform for 3 times, and if you just without any cleaning, if you just send all these marketing emails to your users, you will send the same person 3 times. So that's the main problem with duplicate records on datasets. In the other hand, if you would like to analyze your customers incomes for monthly basis, you would like to input null values on these null columns because there will be a null values on your datasets. In the other hand, think about that you would like to analyze your customers geolocation, and in some of cases, some of the users put it u.k, and one of them is you put UK, and the other one is put it United Kingdom. So these are the differences, different types. You need to handle
Interesting.
these kind of things. You need to normalize the data for your analytic purposes. That's why data cleaning is important for such cases.
Okay. Okay. So there's a competition. There's a compliment here from Venkatesh. He's saying, "Miss listening to your awesome voice." Venkatesh, thank you very much. I should be more alive, but I haven't been. But thanks for tuning in, and I really enjoy your live streams too. Uh, so I'll get going back to you. You gave some good examples around why data cleaning is important, and why one should clean it, and how difficult does it get. Like you said, it took you quite a bit of time as a data
Mhm.
scientist. So, I mean, I cannot imagine if somebody's not a data scientist and doesn't know their way around databases, Excel sheets, it might even take a lot more longer time for them, right? So, like, do you so what kind of platforms can Swiftly be used with to clean your data? Like, yeah.
Yeah, for the first questions, if you're a data scientist and if you have some tech knowledge, even drop the duplicate records, you need to write some Python scripts. You need to have this code knowledge. And think
Yes.
about that you're a marketing person, you don't have any code knowledge. So you need to
Yeah.
do all these works manually. You need to go to Excel sheet and filter these options and find the duplicate records manually. And all of our clients were from sales and from marketings, and they were clean their data like these options, these manual operations. And for the second question, we have right now Excel and CSV imputation. So users can easily import their Excel or CSV file to our platform, and they can easily export as an Excel or CSV file again. So if they have an Excel file, if they have a CSV file, they can clean their data via CSV. In the future, we were planned already, and we will add Google Drive integration and some of the database integrations, such as users can connect the databases, MySQL databases and NoSQL databases. It doesn't matter, and they can also connect their Google Drive sheets. So it will be easy to extract the data from their data source and clean it by Swift.
Okay. So in terms of Swifi, right? Like the use cases, who is your ideal user base? Is it mostly
Mhm.
small business, mid market? Can this be to? Is this still being used by enterprises? Who are you and we're going to talk a little bit about the competition landscape, but who is your target market?
Yeah, actually, when we started, before we started the CVP project, we did a market research and we go out of small businesses, mid-sized businesses, enterprises, and try to understand which should be the our target size, target market size. That's why we can with that option we can start to develop our project. So we did it in the first phase, and we realized that small and mid-sized companies mostly need Wi-Fi because they don't have a budget to hire data scientists, data engineers to their company because data engineers cost too much, and so in such cases they need data engineers. So we realized that we need to go to these mid and small size companies and mid and small size companies, and especially finance and e-commerce sectors,
Yes.
verticals, our target sizes, yeah, target markets.
Okay. Okay. In why AppSumo? Like what do you? What's your objective from the current
Mhm.
campaign which you have? You want to gain some users, feedback, um, get like improve upon some of the features. What's your objective in terms of running your current campaign?
Mhm. Actually, right now we don't care any revenue. We just care some feedbacks and improve our models' accuracy rates
Okay.
because these models need to be trained by data
Yes.
and with users, with potential users, that will be done because they will upload their data and we will easily develop and improve our models' accuracy rates. So that's the important thing. And Swift is not just a web application or a mobile application. We called it is a it's kind of live application. It's live and it's growing. Now it's maybe we can say it's a 3 years, 2 years old, and after 10 years old or 5 years old, it will be more mature by all these data processes. And AppSumo, we need to just set up a price, and this price is not we are not getting any profit from this. Actually, we are spending a lot of to our servers, and
Yeah.
because we need to get feedback because you cannot buy feedbacks. There isn't any platform you are paying them and they are giving feedbacks to your product. So AppSumo is a kind of platform to get some feedbacks for
But that's
users.
something still sustainable. You were talking earlier, and you said you have a pre-seed round,
Hmm.
and that's always promising. You could possibly look into future funding as well, like depending
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Uh, Let me address a few comments here. There's some really good comments. Excuse me, guys. Thanks, Taylor. I'm glad you found it. In case you want to give Restream permission to enter your name into the giveaway at the end, guys, please give permission to Restream. I can also, it's easy for me to show the comment and we can see your name in here. Hi, everyone. In case I've missed in a few people who joined in late, thanks for tuning in. We are live with Alka Kandili. He's the co founder of Swifi, a no code data cleaning tool. Check it out on AppSumo. And let's take one of the questions from Venkatesh here. Would this work in enterprises as well? We use Snowflake, and data cleaning is one of the biggest problems for our customers.
Yeah, actually, as I mentioned before, our target market is small and mid-sized companies. But right now, our three big clients, and we're getting revenue from them mostly. And these guys are enterprises and big companies. For example, one of them is Philip Morris International, the cigarette company, and we
Oh,
are
wow.
cleaning their image data. So that's the unexpected part because enterprises coming to us and ask us to clean their data because they seeing our GitHub, they are seeing our POCs, the other companies, and yeah, we are working currently. We are working with enterprises, and we have a bunch of database integrations right now. So we don't have any Snowflake integration, but it's easy to integrate it because all our team members are just 25, 26 years old, and we are really in that area, and we are still energetic to learn something like that. and it will be much easier. For example, one of our previous clients asked us to integrate their database, and we didn't even heard that database before, and it took us only one day to make that integration for them.
Okay. Okay. So for enterprise clients, the sales cycle is a little bit different too, right? So do you handle you mentioned you do the business development part. So you work on the business side of things as well as like more of customer success as well, I assume, in terms of making sure that the implementation is done properly and the customer sees the value in your tool. So are you the customer facing resource at Swifi right now?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I am that guy because some of the co-founders should take to this part, and I graduated from software engineering in my university. I graduated from software engineering, and that was really hard to turn the business side, yeah, as a software engineer, because it's really hard to understand the customer needs. Because you need some social skills, you need some soft skills, and yeah, I am the person that's working on that area mostly. And for example, with Philip Morris, we made 8 meetings with them. We made 3 demos with their all departments. We made one technical demos with their IT team. And yeah, with enterprises, it's really hard to close the deal. And I'm mainly working on this, focusing on that area because it's the hard part, I guess.
Yeah, well, congratulations. I'm sure you did a great job because, you know, having a customer like that is it's hard work for sure. So, Dinesh is saying beaming with energy. So that's a compliment for you based on you said earlier you're a
Thank
young
you.
team and so it's always good to see innovative tools and founders in you're solving a problem which is it's quite a niche space in probably taking on some of the bigger incumbents, right? So definitely a big supporter of that. Now talk a little bit about your you know your team. You said it's 3 people right now total.
In total, not 3 people is just co-founders, and we are
Yeah.
11 people right now. Yeah.
Okay. 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 And pretty diversified. Most of them are based in Turkey. You are based in Berlin.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And all of these resources are most of the uh, developers support. How's your resources distributed right now?
So we have 2 interns working on business development part with me, and the
Yeah.
other 8 guys working on the software development part mostly. And the main part of this week project is the research and development part, because none of our integrations or the developments just like a basic development. We need to read a lot of papers, and these papers needs to be updated, and then we try all these theoretical solutions to implement our Swifi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me just see if there are any questions here. I'll just give me 1 minute. Thanks a lot, Sudeep. Saying feel better. So going back to the actual overview, okay, are you able to share your screen? We can get an overview, and meanwhile, we'll cover some additional questions and feedback as well. So we
Mhm.
get an understanding of how exactly it works, and then we'll follow that up with some additional questions. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure. I made a presentation. It will take only 3 minutes, and then I can show the live demo from our website. And yeah,
Okay. Okay.
okay. Can you see my presentation screen?
Yes, I can. Let me just go ahead and share it. Okay, what's happening here? There we go. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, hello guys again. I am the co-founder of Swifi, and Swifi is a no-code data cleaning and preparing software. So, why data cleaning is important? Because clean data is important for companies. It means better customer outreach, efficient data analysis, and more accurate and more intuitive AI models, and allowing them to detect frauds, anomalies, and monitor customer behaviors. You need to clean data to get these processes more efficiently. And the problem is here that the average data scientist spends 24 hours per week or 60% of their working time to just clean their data. So introducing our company and product Swifi, and what do we do? Swifi is a software that can clean up to 1 terabyte of data from a variety of sources in minutes without the need for rules or code. So simply put, if you can use Excel, you can use Swifi, and in addition, you can provide end-to-end real-time machine learning pipeline services to your company. You don't need to know any code knowledge about that area. And what this means is, even with the most complex dataset, a simple drag and drop can interpret the data, clean it, and begin to detect trends, frauds, anomalies, and get some analytical results from your data. And putting Swift to test, a data sorting task which took our co-founder 2 hours, data scientist RJ, and was completed by Swift in just 1 minute. So RJ and Swift find the duplicate data and anomalies and inputted null values from the data. And right now we have three types support service, and one of them is on-premise deployment for the private data because some of the companies requires requires the privacy, and we are deploying our models to user server. And of course, we have a SaaS web application, and we have API integration and support to our current customers right now. In the competitor chart, our main competitor is AlterX, and though a powerful tool, it requires rules and code to process datasets, and it takes on average up to 3 hours total to complete the job. So you are building a pipeline to clean and prepare your data, and every time if you have any new data, you need to create this pipeline again and again and again, and it's taking more than 1 or 2 hours and 3 hours, depends on the pipeline long. And alternatively, Swift's USB and killer feature is our pre-processing with AI, so which surpasses the other competitors, meaning there is no need for any interference from the user and saving valuable time to clean their data. We are three co-founders, and RJ, R2, and I are the childhood friends. Also, our fathers are childhood friends, so we are working from the beginning, and we finished a lot of projects, our previous companies.
Okay.
And these are our advisors. And I have mentioned before, we closed out pre-seed round with these investors, startup wise guys especially,
Yeah.
and they are our lead investors. And yeah, that's it for the presentation part. And
Okay.
maybe I can take questions right now or after the demo.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. There's Alberto had joined, and we have a few other folks here. Valentine, Sudeep is here. So there's no questions right now. But let me go back into our other community and check. You can go ahead with the demo. Yes.
Okay. So here's the main interface. You can create workspaces and you can work with your teammates. But right now, our options just allow only one person. So I'm gonna create a workspace for this event. So let's Saastribe workspace. And then, as you can see, you just need to click or drag file to this area to clean it. And we have one of these integrations. In the future, we will have MySQL, MongoDB, and PostgreSQL, and you can connect your JSON or XML feed to here. But before test, I would like to show the data because we need to see the dirty data first. So I'm gonna open the data from our test datasets. Okay. So we have a bunch of test datasets, and these are the HubSpot exports from our potential clients. As you can see, this is a really dirty data because there are a lot of null columns and there are a lot of null rows. And as you can see, for the annual revenue part, there are some empty values. And especially in that datasets, there are a bunch of duplicate records which can count as a same record. So yeah, this is the dataset. I opened it from here, and I will clean this dataset. Okay, I'm just selecting here, and I will select these datasets. And imagine that you have more than one CSV file because you need to find duplicate records over your
Yeah.
CRM lists. And I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna merge these datasets and clean them. So I uploaded two datasets at the same time, and I just put start upload button. And in this page, I am selecting features that I would like to apply. So I'm gonna apply null value cleaning and duplicate data cleaning, and I guess we don't need to anomaly detection or cleaning. And I would like to input null values by selecting mean values because that depends on the use cases and we cannot automate this. And you can easily input null values by selecting these options. And then I'm just pressing the start process button. I think it will take only 10 seconds to clean 1,000 row dataset. And
Interesting.
yeah, it dropped some of the columns, because as we see before, these columns were empty, and you can see the processes here. But the main part is the datasheet grid view part. You can see the dataset from here, and you can add an operation from here. So you can add some filters like this, and you can find the main part is finding new duplicates. I'm gonna sort and find new duplicates from here. I'm gonna add this new duplicate option, but I need to clean that page first.
And
Yes,
just out
let's
of curiosity, like how accurate is your like all these models? Like,
mhm,
I mean, like you obviously have some sort of a machine learning in place.
yeah.
How accurate is it? Like, should people be worried that
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. For the operations part, for example, these normalization things, there is no term for the accuracy rates. But for the duplicate records, there is a especially accuracy rate. And to solve this issue, we are adding here, as you can see, duplicate group and difference score. So if it's a 4, it's a kind of duplicate records, and we are using a lot of methods in the background for this scoring method. And the accuracy rates, if you define your difference score by checking some of the records, accuracy rates will be like 90%, 95%. But the main part is difference score. You need to understand this. 4 is okay for me, or 9 is okay for me, or 8 4 is okay for me, and the 9
Okay.
is the maximum difference score. So let's check the first one. So it says look at with the first index, and the difference score is 4. So I'm gonna go to the left side and click here to see original data. So as you can see, they are not same records. This is the first name and last name, and these are not these guys. But I would like to check the other parts for this data. So this guy is working Halifax Regional, Halifax, Canada, and as you can see the other details. And I'm gonna check the other guy's company or place. As you can see, this guy is also working Halifax Regional and Halifax, Canada. So their names are different, but they are still working in the same company. And this is the main part. This is the niche part of Swift. You cannot find these kind of near records by using any other platform. You need to define a lot of rules, and Swift just using and looking all of these columns, all of these rows, and understanding the difference between these all records. You can find the emails differences. You can find the text differences. So you can also understand your spam records. So that's the main part of Swift. And as we can see, this guy is working as a manager and data insights. And let's check. This one is working for the. I'm gonna check it. Manager. And yeah, this guy is also working as a manager, and that's the main part. I don't want to send these same titles 2 or 3 times, because when I'm sending these guys 2 times emails 2 times, they will spam my email, and they will not my prospect. So that's the main part. That's why we are using Swift. Yeah, that's the overall the demo, and you can see the
Okay.
previous records here. This is my first workspace I have created before, and there are a lot of tests here. You can see the previous records. You can see the like, for example, this one is another example, and one of our clients database. And these guys changing the products grammage, but they are still using the same barcode number. So that's kind of bad thing for them. So as you can see, this is these are not same product, but they are using the same barcode number, and this is a problem for them because this one and this one, the price shouldn't be the same, right? So
Okay.
this is the use case that we are working on.
Okay. There are some questions here. So don't don't stop sharing the screen. Keep it on. But we're gonna take a few questions first. Can we save as an XLS with filters saved? Like he's asking.
Yeah, yeah. We have that option. So imagine that you create the filtering cleaning option before, and you
Yeah.
can save these options. And in the future datasets, you can use these saved options to clean the incoming or outgoing data.
Okay. Venkatesh has a question. Thanks, Alberto, for that question. Venkatesh has one here. How much data is needed to train the engine to clean my data?
Actually, we are starting from 100 row will be enough to clean data. So our models can learn from the 100 row datasets and score them. And there is no limitation. So you can, right now on the website, there is a limitation for 10 megabyte data size. But for APIs, you can even send 1 terabyte of data to clean your data. And for example, for 1 million records, we are cleaning 1 million records in just 5 or 10 minutes. Depends on the column size.
Okay. Okay, Venkatesh, I hope that answers your question. Have you measured the accuracy? I think we covered that. Have you measured the accuracy?
Yeah, actually, for the Socratic method, we are solving that issue because we cannot directly delete this data, and you can download the prepared data from here as an Excel file or CSV file. And for that, for this example, I'm gonna download it as a CSV file, and then you can easily sort the data by using Exhaust function, but we will add that feature too. So you can sort the different score from here to handle duplicate records, and you can easily find which one is duplicate or not. So that's the time saving part. You don't need to look at all these rows, all these 1,000 rows to find duplicate records, because we follow the scoring all possible duplicates according to our models. And there isn't such a, I think, accuracy rate, but it's kind of we can say 100% because it's kind of basic method to understand these rows are similar or not.
Okay. Okay. Alberto has another question here. Can we specify what fields we want it to compare for duplicate values or give it a thing like if 5 fields are duplicate, then mark it duplicate and ignore city, state, zip?
Yeah. There is another option, and we already developed this part, and we are adding that feature to our front end right now. And but you cannot know that city shouldn't be should be included or not. So Swift can choose these most related features to find duplicate records, and there is a model that can understand which column should be included or not, and it is measuring these different points, different scores according to the whole these points and their weights. But we will add this manual option for users because some of our users requested that feature too.
Okay. Um, Valentine has another question here. Is there integration with WordPress or WooCommerce?
Actually, right now we don't have that integration, but we are collecting that information from our current users, and we will develop most requested feature. And it's right now MongoDB and MySQL integration, and these will be ready next week. And maybe WooCommerce or WordPress will be ready following weeks, according to the users' requests. We have a feedback page from here, feedback.swifi.com. You can put your requests here. It's a feature request, and we are upvoting or downvoting them. So, for example, PostgreSQL integration is planned already, and there are 2 comments that are for uploads for that one. And here's our roadmap that defined by users' feature requests.
Okay. Do we have a backup of each original clean data and dump data?
Yes, we are saving all of these data from AWS S3 buckets, and it's kind of reliable data warehouses because the reliability is smaller than like a one over a million. So it's really reliable to save this data, and it doesn't cost much. So we are saving all of these records. But the previous part for not cleaned part, we are not actually saving the dirty part of the dirty part of data. We are just keeping the clean data in our platform because we have already, for example, I have already this dirty data, so you can check this data from your databases, this dirty data, and we are not saving it.
Taylor Mackey has a question here. Let me see if I can get to it here. Yeah. So, does it automatically detect character encoding of CSV files? I saw some weird characters in one of the headers, which may be because of incorrect character encoding detection.
Yeah, actually, we did all of our models not connected to any other languages, so we don't have that issue. Right now, that was an issue because of the Excel files corrupted before, but we don't have that issue, so we are not changing any characters because, for example, I uploaded a Turkish dataset and there are some harfs, there are some letters like this one.
Yeah.
So we are not corrupting these kind of letters.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Taylor. Hopefully that answers your query there. And okay. So let me see if there are any other questions. We good. Okay.
Okay, if there isn't another question, I would like to show our roadmap to
Yeah. Please,
uh,
please.
yeah. Right now we are just cleaning duplicate records, null values, and normalize the data. But we have also image processing models too. So as you can see, there is a image data part, but it's disabled, and it will be ready following weeks. And you can easily clean your images. You can find duplicate records from your image datasets. You can find anomaly records. Imagine that you have 5,000 images, and all of them should be related to a car. But there are some images include some shoes, include some computers, include some planes, and these should be counted as a plane because your training data set will be corrupted because of these anomaly records. For example, one of our clients, Philip Morris, using our API for the image processing part. And in December, we will add this data normalization for actually we added in the background and it will be ready on the front end in the following weeks. And we are planning to close our seed round in January next year. And we are also working on auto model APIs, auto analyze features. For example, think about that you would like to develop some machine learning services to your company, but you don't have any technical knowledge. With CFE, you can easily create a pipeline, create a data cleaning pipeline, create a machine learning pipeline with just selecting and dragging and dropping features. So I'm gonna show the example here. So think about that there are a lot of features and you would like to make a zero shot classification or you would like to make an image classification. You need to understand your what about your images. So you're just selecting these features. So especially think about that I am selecting image classification and I'm uploading my dataset, and CFE auto train will work on your dataset with pre-trained models and it will create your own model. Uh, in the next time, you should just upload your data set and then get the business value from this data set. So that's the main part. Because to make a machine learning model, to make a data analytic pipeline, it is really easy with clean data. Without clean data, it's really hard. That's the hard part. And with clean data, it's easy case to create some models for users. And right now, we are able to create all these models manually, and it will take only maximum 1 hour to deploy or create a model for our current users. But in the future, it will be ready on our web application. You can easily select these features, these machine learning natural language processes, and then create a machine learning service or machine learning to your production easily. And that's a kind of game changing. Think about that. You're a small and mid-sized company. You don't have a data engineering team, and you would like to analyze your customer reviews on your website. So it's really hard. You need to read and understand all these reviews. But with Swift, you can just drag and drop the Excel file or the Connect database, and then you will understand in just 10 or 20 minutes what's the all reviews about. And yeah, that's it. And if you would like to check our pitch deck or this roadmap or our one pager or demo video, you can go to the cv.com/pitch deck page, and you can easily reach these files from here. And yeah, that's all that I can share with listeners.
Okay. Okay, great. So with that, I think there is one more question. There are some more questions. How secure is your product? There's a question from.
Actually, it's a really good question. It's a really good question because we are keeping all of these data in our databases, and we actually dependent on the AWS security policies because we are not creating any privacy policy by our hands. We are using AWS the default privacy policies, and for the employees part, because most of the hacking things. Come up because of the employees share their passwords with their friends and other things, and they are saving their passwords to their WhatsApp or phone, and that's the main part. That's the main part of hacking. But to solve this issue, I'm giving all our developers 7 hours, 6 hours temporary keys, and when they are working, they are putting their key, and after work, they cannot even reach our database, our system without this key. And next day, they need to key from me again to work on their machine learning models.
Okay. Okay, great. So hopefully, Dinesh, that answers your question. And let's see if there are any more. I have a question. So in terms of marketing, right? I have a enterprise collaboration background. I work with a lot of contact center customers. There's a lot of data there. Customer experience type of folks who are always looking for a lot of different types of analytics, different types of BI tools, and analyzing all this data, right? So how do you fit in? Like, where do you uh, work with any of the other like verticals, like targeting contact centers or BI folks, or how are you positioning yourself and marketing yourself, right? A little bit.
Actually, I don't have a exact answer for that question because we are actually trying to find our product market fit. We are trying to
Okay.
reach small and mid-sized companies. We are trying to accountant firms. We are trying to marketing firms. We are trying to go to B2C as a B2C. We are trying to reach data engineers, data scientists, and
Yes.
we are trying a lot of methods. For example, I'm typing on Reddit. I'm typing on Facebook, on Twitter to understand which customers is suitable for Swift because without product market fit, we cannot reach desired revenue, desired MRR. And right now, we are just trying to understand our which is the works for Swift because we tested before. We decided that small and mid-sized companies in finance and e-commerce sectors will be our case will be our target customers, and we
Yeah.
realize that it doesn't true only. So yeah, that's the main part. And we are trying every type of marketing campaigns, every type of sales cycles.
Okay. Okay. Because you already have, like, I'm just thinking you already have enterprise customers, right? Like Philip Morris is like a freaking big customer, for the lack of word. It's a really big customer, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
they see the value in Swifty. Right? Now, if you go and market the same tool to an end user, maybe some of them will see the value, but they would like, like a big company, for them it will be like proportionate savings in terms of how much data they have and how much time Swiffy can save for them in terms of their resources, in get that data to be analyzed much faster,
Hmm.
versus uh, for somebody like an end user. uh, yes, it will work great, and everybody today, even small business and end users, have similar needs compared to enterprises, because we live in a different world today. But I mean, I'm just thinking, yes, you're trying to find your market fit,
Hmm.
but maybe a like at some stage you want to decide, right? Like where do you want to
Yeah.
put your best efforts? Because if you drop like big names like that, the chances of you closing more deals with mid-market enterprise are higher, right? Of course,
Hmm.
I'm going to look into Swiffy. I'm going to be happy to use it, and it's going to give me great value and all to all the folks who have joined. But is that the best use of the product? Is like my question. Yeah.
So yeah, for the enterprises, we realized that, for example, they have some marketing teams, and they
Yeah.
have bunch of data working on it. They don't have any
Yes.
technical knowledge, and they
Yeah.
are really far from their technical teams, because if they send the data to their IT to analyze it, they will wait for minimum 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, because their IT teams already have bunch of works, because Philip Morris have 60,000 employees in it. So that's the main problem for enterprises. And
Yes.
for Philip Morris cases, we didn't go them. Their marketing teams came to us and asked us for that solution, because they have tried to solve their problem with their IT team, but their IT team told them we cannot solve that issue. We don't have that. We don't have that time. We don't have that knowledge. So they came to us. They came to this small solution, this small company, to us, and then we realized that these kind of use cases are there, and still we are testing it. And Philip Morris is a one case, and we are also it's kind of private right now. I cannot share the names, but we are in the POC stage with three other big companies right now, because we signed a lot of NDAs with them, and that's the main part of it. And yeah, we will do work with them. And the dangerous part of working with enterprises is that sometimes they are asking features that is not connected to your original product. So
Yeah.
that's dangerous thing. You need to realize these kind of dangers, and you need to say that, okay, this is not my idea, this is not my project. I cannot do that. I don't do that. So yeah.
Would you develop that feature if they're willing to seed like 100, $200,000 for an initial engagement? I mean, would you
Mhm.
work on that? Right? Like, I mean,
Uh, Yeah, for the PMI, they have a lot of. They are getting 5,000 images per week for
yeah,
all their own from their only one branch from Dubai, from United Arab Emirates branch, and there are a bunch of duplicate images, and it costs them up to $2,000 per month. So that's a
yeah.
problem. And
See, the,
see if you can find these near duplicates, because, for example, think about that. One of the photos is like this, and the other one is like this. There's only
yeah,
similar. There's only that's simple changes, and Swift can
yes.
understand these kind of near duplicates and handle them, clean their databases, because they don't need the same pictures with a simple change. And Swift can save their 2,000 for just deduplicating their image dataset per month.
Yeah, because the reason being, for a product like this, I mean, the enterprises are like, so I work with mid-market and enterprise customers as well. And if I go into an end user and show them like, a project cost of 50, 100, 300, $400,000, they will be like, what the hell, like, so obviously you wanna, I mean, but if I take that same quote and same offer to a mid-market customer, no problem, right? They're going to sign and move on, because you have those relationships and stuff like that, right? I mean, while you're still trying to find the product market fit and you are on AppSumo, yeah, I do want to cover one more thing. AppSumo is not a measure for product market fit. Okay, I'll give you tons of examples where, like, people have, you will see products with 500 reviews, and the product works well, right? But it's not actually fit for the market, and it will eventually fail, right? So it has happened. Like, there are products, I can give you examples where you'll see 500, 600 plus reviews and everybody raving about it, but that's not the measure of a product market fit. AppSumo is absolutely not always the measure, right? So, uh, I mean, I'm not sure how your current campaign is going, uh, but don't take that as a feedback for a product market fit, just because, or based off of our AppSumo campaign, right? There are other, obviously, other forums and communities and indie hackers and product hunt and beta list where you can go and take feedback and obviously improve on the product, right? But don't measure it just because another product has 500 reviews, and yours might have like 10, but you still want those 10 users who are actually going to use your product and improve it and help you market it into the mainstream kind of thing, right? So don't measure it based on that. I think it's, what product is this? This is Sweefy. We are talking about Sweefy. It's SWEEPHY. You can go it on AppSumo and check it. Let me see who this user is here. Uh, you haven't. It's Faz Musa. Okay, Faz. So it is. Excuse me. It's Sweefy. It's available on AppSumo. Check it out. It's a no-code data cleaning tool. I think it's got a great value proposition in terms of what it has to offer, and could be a huge time saver for a lot of people dealing with data. They have a great team working with Alka here, who's a data scientist, and his two co-founders as well. So highly encourage you to check it out. Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little bit, Alka, if you don't mind, about your AppSumo campaign, and find out what needs to be done. Like, what kind of sales are you expecting, which will give you a good feedback. Because, and do you have like a community of users? Do you want to share something here where people who are buying Swiffy can actually go ahead, give you ongoing feedback, and then help you actually improve the product, right? So you really want like 50, 100 use hardcore users who will use the product, give you good feedback, versus thousands of people buying Swiffy and then not actually using it, right? Because that's not your goal, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, right now, 43% bought our product from AppSmo, and I called all of them. I'm still talking with 20 of them, and they are really helpful to our Swifi because every day I'm calling them, asking them if there's a problem or not, and they are telling me that you should need to add this feature, or if you can solve this issue, you should create that option to there. And right now, AppSmo is pretty helpful. So we are not carrying any reviews on AppSmo. We are just
Yeah,
happy. We are just happy with these people, and there's a really good communication. There's a good relationship with our early adopters. We are not just actually looking for the revenues, and most
that's
of
correct.
our customers, yeah, most of our customers doesn't need just cleaning part. They are cleaning their data to analyze their data, and we are
Yes,
offering these our pre-built models to them for free. So we are not asking any money from them. We just need to
right.
build a community. We are just trying to build a relationship with our early adopters. Because if the company isn't growing with just their co-founders or employees, the company growing with their customers too. So customers' feedbacks are the most important part for the company's growth. So I'm trying to build a relationship with them. I'm offering all our upcoming features and new features for free for them, and we can do some manual machine learning deployments for these companies. So, for example, one of our clients from Malaysia, and
Yes.
they actually there's a real estate company, and they have a lot of real estate data sets, but they need to analyze and create a machine learning model. They just cleaning their data from CP, and I told them that we can develop this machine learning pipeline for them and make it put it in the production for them. So right now they are cleaning their data and creating a machine learning model easily with Swift and understanding the they are doing procrastinating from the previous data sets and getting some insights from the data.
That's great. I'm just asking, brainstorming with you. I hope you don't mind because we need to validate, and that's what you're here for, right? Like, so asking you all these questions. And you don't get me wrong, AppSumo is great. It still gives a tremendous value to the founders and to the users as well. But again, that's not just the basis of the product
Mhm.
market fit, right? And do you have a community? Like, where do people go if they want to interact with you?
Hmm. Actually, I'm using Reddit mostly. I'm
Okay.
trying to find some early adopters from Reddit comments, edit posts, and we are mainly using Slack. And if someone left their email to our website, and I am directly sending them a Slack invitation. So
Okay.
they can easily join our Slack channel, and they can interact with other people's and see the CVP's previous solutions with them. So that's the community part of our product. And we are mainly chatting in Slack.
Okay, great. Okay, so guys, if you wanna get in touch, for sure, um, go on Sweefy's website. It's swwphy.com. I've left a link at the end screen as well. If you and go and check their deal on AppSumo. Let's talk a little bit about the AppSumo deal. Is it like one tier? Is it multiple tiers? How does that work? Like, what do people need to exactly buy? Can you talk a little bit very quickly, and then we can jump into yeah.
Yeah, sure. It says 20K row per day, so for the data cleaning part. But there is a fact for this group only. There is no limitation. You can upload up to 10 megabyte of data, and it's around like 3,000 rows per day, and it's not limited with the day. So you can upload 10 times, 20 times, 40 times in just one day. So it's just a limitation for AppSmo users, but there is not actually a limitation for this group users or for everyone. So we just put that limitation, and you can use the product that I showed before from AppSumo. We have only one tier on the AppSumo deal because we have a bunch of manual implementations, and we cannot sell these kind of manual and on-prem on AppSumo. So that's why we just put the tier one, only one tier, so AppSumo. But for the manual things, we are just getting some insights from the users, asking them their desired requests from CFE, and then we are creating for them.
Okay. Okay, there is a question here. Let me see who this user is. Okay. That's a question from Faz. Okay. How would the analysis part of Swifi compare to tools like Simplex and Deep Talk that analyze data to highlight various insights?
Actually, we are the main part of the Swift is focusing on the data cleaning part, not the analyzing part. Because if you type the machine learning tools, data analyzing tools, you will see hundreds of tools. They are doing the same job. They are doing the same things, but there are some different rules, different things of buttons, different types of websites. but Swift mainly focusing on the data cleaning part because that's the hard part. That's the time consuming part, and we are handling this part. We are trying to handle this part because as a data scientist, that's I know that this is not a really fun. This is the boring the boring part is the data science is the cleaning part, and we are trying to solve this part. So our main aim is to clean the data. You can see the did application feature on the AWS. You can see the did application on option on Google Drive, but it can only find exact records. So it's not a big deal.
Okay, Venkatesh has a comment for you. He's saying impressive, thank you, best wishes. So thanks a lot, Venkatesh, as well for that lovely comment. All right, so Valentine's saying I'll check it for sure. Thanks a lot, Valentine. Thanks again, guys, for joining. I have been collecting some names. We're gonna do a draw. So I think Alka, you gave me a total of 3 codes for users and 2 for admins, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is right now we're going to do a draw for 2 actually, and we're going to take 2 more and do a draw on the post. So we'll continue the conversation in the comments and stuff like that. So we'll draw two names right now from all the comments. We'll draw 2 more, and one later on we're going to actually give out to one of our admins. Maybe Adrian or somebody, Rouhani or someone. So what we'll do so that there will be more opportunity for people to engage with you in one of the communities, right? So 2 now, and then we'll do 2 later on from the post. Okay, is that fair? Okay,
Yeah, it's
all right, okay, okay. Because I think this is an interesting tool. I'm going to check out for sure. I haven't checked it, like I must admit, but what I want is for you to get that many users what you need to look into the viability and see how you can develop it further to address that B2C type of market, right? Like so. So guys, from a data perspective, of course, small business users, of course, have a lot of data. I mean, if we look into all our CRM data, our customer data, there is data from all sorts of websites, and uh, everybody has data which can be analyzed and needs some cleaning, right? So think of it and see what are some of the use cases. So maybe obviously we can this be used for with any of the CRMs at the moment, or not at the moment?
You can export the CSV file from your CRM, then upload
Yeah,
to the CVP. It's easy part. Yeah.
yeah, but doesn't work directly, like no integration directly, but can be through
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We also added this CRM integration to our roadmap, and it will be ready in the following weeks or months. We are not sure. According to the request, we will define it because most of our users from not a marketing or a salesperson,
yeah.
because even there's a company which is working on machines, and they are finding anomaly records on their data sets. So there is no limitation. So we are just getting feedbacks from the user and defining our roadmap. But it's a good point to integration with CRM tools. Yeah.
Yeah, because this could be really, that's like the type of so for this kind of user base, right? Like we are a lot of like small independent type of users in our community, so they might not have the same data as Philip Morris, but the data they have would be something like a CRM type of data analytics and things like that, which maybe requires some, like cold outreach kind of thing, emails, maybe requires some cleaning, right? So, or when you're prospecting, you have a lot of data. That's the kind of data you want to still clean, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Okay, so with that, I think it's scary to think how much bad data there is out there. Bad data is equal to bad decisions. Who is this? Is that Faz? 1 second. Oh yeah, that is Faz. Okay, Faz, thank you for all the comments here. And it's saying, is Wi-Fi HIPAA compliant or at least encrypted in some way?
Yeah, even me, even one of our co-founders, Artu, cannot see the users' databases. We cannot see any data points from your Excel, from your workspaces. So we cannot see anything. We encrypted whole things, everything, and we used AWS, Amazon's default encryption settings, privacy policies.
Okay. All right. So give me a few minutes here, guys. Thank you for all the questions. Alka, thank you for answering all the questions and covering a good amount of details, Shrifi. Obviously, if you have more questions or if there is any additional things which you need addressed before you make a decision, go on swifi.com or comment in the community. We have a couple of threads going, and you could also win a free LTD if you go ahead and use that. So we're going to do draw for two winners right now, and we'll do two winners later on as well. Okay, throughout the let's run it for a week, and then we will do a draw by the end of the week for another two winners from all those users who have joined in the community on that those particular posts, right? So with that, let me just quickly draw the names here. So I have Dinesh Venkatesh, Alberto Faz, Valentin Leong, Taylor Mackey, Pamela Lai, and Ranveer Mehta. Okay. So let me add these folks here. Bear with me here. So in the meantime, while I'm doing this, I'm going to make a short and actually post it on Instagram as well as TikTok. So in the meantime, while I take this, right? So Alka, if you want to talk about Swifi for in 60 to 90 seconds and give a pitch, what is it gonna be? Go ahead, please.
So the main part of Swift is the data cleaning. The niche part is the pre-processing with artificial intelligence. We read thousands of papers. We read a lot of articles from different countries, different universities, and there's a huge knowledge in Swift. There's a huge library that we summarized all of them, and Swift is the solution. And Swift is not just a product. It's just not a web application. It's a live thing, and it's getting age and it's getting mature by developing and by reading a lot of papers. So that's the main part. And if you can use Excel, if you don't have any code knowledge, if you don't have any machine learning skills, machine learning engineering skills, you can easily create a machine learning production services for your companies by using Swift.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great 60 90 seconds pitch. For anyone who's looking for a data cleaning tool, look at Swiffy. And we're gonna go and switch the screens to do the draw right now. Okay, bear with me here. I just gotta cover one more name. So, guys, for this one, we are not going to put anyone's name who is on the post. That was going to be a separate draw. But we are going to draw names of people who actually went ahead and asked questions and or commented on the live stream. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen very quickly. Hopefully, you can see my screen, and I will give you a few minutes here. In case your name is not there, please call it now in the comments, okay? Just to make sure. So I have Valentine, Dinesh, Venkatesh, Chaitanya, Taylor, Adrian, Sar, Sudeep, Faz, Pamela, Ranveer Mehta, and then we have Lyle, okay? So There we go. If I've missed anyone, the time is now, guys, to make sure you go ahead and comment. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So Faz is saying good odds. Let's go. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So all the best to everyone, and let's do the draw. Okay. Okay. Congratulations, Sudeep. You are a winner of Swifty's lifetime deal. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to uh, go ahead and redeem it. So let me connect with you. Congratulations again. Good luck, guys, to everyone who's still in the draw here. And I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Right. Congratulations, Sar. You are the winner of the Swifty lifetime deal. I do have to tell you guys. So I'm going to connect with you. We are going to validate that it's a genuine profile, a genuine user, right? So we want to make sure that no fake profiles in our community. We need any type of lifetime deals. We want users to actually use these tools and give feedback, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do a verification for both Sudeep as well as Sar, but as long as you are a valid profile, I'll send you the details, and if not, we'll put that prize back into the draw. Okay. So congratulations, guys, to the winners. And 1 second here, we have our friend. All right. Okay. So with that, let me go back to the stream. Okay, Alkas, thank you so much for the generosity and doing this giveaway. Congratulations to the winners. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. Do you want to cover anything before we go? If there is anything, please go ahead. And I'm sure we'll be interacting and be in touch. I really want to see where Swifty goes, and would be happy to be a part of it. So, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. For these sessions, listeners, I would like to offer something. Even if you cannot buy get a giveaway from the group, even if you cannot select it, you, when you buy an FSUMO deal, just contact me that you are from a Saastribe group, and I will provide a premium account to you. It's around like $1,000 per month for our enterprise users, and I will
Yeah.
provide this ones for as a lifetime deal. The price will be the Epsumo deals price. So just text me that you are from Stripe group, and I will upgrade your account to premium account. So you will be able to reach all upcoming features. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. So I hope everyone heard that. I can I go ahead and post this in the stream. So anybody who had joined the stream, it's open only to them, right? Not to anybody
Yes.
else. Just people who joined
Yeah.
the stream.
Correct.
Okay. So anybody who joined the stream, this is only open to you guys. Okay. So with that, Alka, thank you so much. All the best with Sweefy, and I'm sure
Thank
we'll
you.
be interacting a lot more. We'll do a second, like just a short live next time to pick two more winners, and I'm just going to do the draw. But again, you're welcome to join on that one as well. With that,
Okay.
all the best. Have a wonderful weekend, and good luck to Swiffy team. Thank you so much, all the
Thank you.
folks who joined as well, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Take care. Bye.